gosh, this is so awkward. Hi, my name is Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here and maybe you would like to see my face again, or maybe you're interested in this topic, or maybe you just want to be a great person, go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Before I get into today's topic, I did just want to talk to you guys a little bit about my purpose with making this video, or I guess this series of videos. I am not trying to, I guess, encourage anyone to start taking antidepressants. I just want to exist as a case study to show people that look like me, or anyone that's experiencing this, that there is a way to get better or to feel better. Someone had commented about SSRIs, which Sertraline is an SSRI, mainly working by means of the placebo effect. I work in research. I saw that and I've heard about it before, but honestly I didn't look into it, mainly because I really didn't want to find reasons not to take it, because I needed help. And I was already like kind of at the point where I'd like accepted that. So yeah, I also did look into articles like recently, like this morning, about SSRIs and the placebo effect though. I didn't really find anything super substantial. If that's something that you guys are interested in, I could look into it more. It's just that at this point it's working for me, and that's all I really care about, honestly. Like, my life's going great right now. But yeah, disclaimer over. I really just wanted to say that before I got started. I don't want anyone to feel like just because you're struggling with mental health issues that being medicated is the only way for you to get better. There are other ways. It's just that I've tried other things and it was too much to do. And I'll talk about that a little bit too. But yeah, I'll get into it now. I'm so sorry for rambling a little bit, but I just wanted to make that clear. A lot of you guys have asked how I'm doing. You wanted a little bit of an update, and honestly, my life's made a 180 and everything is better now. Yeah, I feel more confident, like across the board. My professional life is better, my financial life is better, I feel more secure in my relationship. Across the board, things are better. And if you guys, I guess, want to know a little bit more about that, I can go more into that in like another video. But long story short, I hated my job before. I got another job, and then I got another job, and now I'm working at one of the top universities in America. And also I got offered a position with like one of the top universities in the world. So that's like literally mind-blowing, you know? Before taking sertraline, I was having a little bit of financial trouble. It wasn't anything super detrimental, but like I'm in a better place now comparatively. Credit score was like around 620. Now we're pushing 750. So we love that for me. That's amazing. I did talk a little bit about how I felt like I was always questioning whether or not my boyfriend like actually liked me, and I mean that still happens because that's like a regular relationship thing, I think. And also I think I have security issues that contribute to that, and taking a medication isn't really going to like make all of your problems go away. Like I still have moments where I feel hopeless and I still experience anxiety. And honestly, sometimes I do get the urge to self-harm still. But the difference is it's manageable now, whereas before I would wake up and my stress and anxiety level was like at an 8. Like I would wake up and that's where I was starting. So like the smallest thing would happen and like my world would crumble, you know? But now I wake up and I'm at like a 0 to 1, and like that 1 is like usually because I have to deal with California traffic now. All around, things are going really great, and I am significantly happier and more hopeful about life. It's hot. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I'm getting like a little bit nervous. I mean, I'm not in school, but like I feel like my brain's working way better. Like I never used to be the person that was able to do things like ahead of time. I was just always like, okay, I'm gonna do it last minute and it's gonna be great. And I mean, I never really struggled academically, thankfully, but I had to write a personal statement that's due in May, like the beginning of May, and I finished it like 2 months ago. And well, actually, technically, I finished it in December and then have been revising it, and now I'm like working on the last portion of it. I just need to have an actual like physician assistant look over it and give me feedback. Like I said, I've just never like actually done things ahead of time like that. I know it sounds bad, but I've just always been a procrastinator, and I had a sense of urgency. What? Who is she? She's a Zoloft queen, that's who. She's no longer ill. Anxiety, who? Depression, what? Never heard of her, never met her. It's great. Love that for me. As far as side effects, I have experienced a couple more since last time. I have the bladder of a squirrel, or whatever animal has like a really small bladder, and yeah, that's like really inconvenient, but not enough to get me to stop. Don't know if this is TMI, but I do actually think that my sexual drive might be a little bit lower. Again, not really something that is impeding in any area of my life. If anything, it might be a little bit more normal now. I don't know if you guys know this, but having certain mental health issues can also like impact your sexual drive. So like it would have like a positive correlation where, you know, higher instances of like disordered eating or depression or anxiety can also be linked to higher sex drives. So that honestly, it's not like one of those things that I'm particularly worried about right now. I also saw comments about the addictive nature of SSRIs, and I have unfortunately had like a couple days where I wasn't able to take it. I mean, I was able to take it, I just wasn't being responsible, let's be honest. I did have withdrawals, but it wasn't, again, anything that was worrying to me. And again, if you guys want, I can do the research and present it to you guys about the physiological mechanisms of, through which SSRIs work, but I feel confident in my decision to continue taking them. And again, my life is like so much better for it. Like, why would I? Like, what? I don't want to stop. I think the most I've ever missed is 2 days. And I think, like, I did experience withdrawals, but it wasn't anything alarming at all. I did just like notice a difference in the way that I was feeling. And honestly, that's just like, that's normal. Any substance that you take to some capacity, you'll experience withdrawals. We are really cool beings because our bodies are super adaptable, and whatever environment we're in, or whatever thing it is that we put into our bodies, our body chemistry changes to compensate for the thing or the new thing that's been introduced to the environment that is our body, you know? So I'm not alarmed by, I guess, the dependence. I also did see a couple comments about like, or about that specific phenomena. I didn't look into it too much before I made the decision. If that's super important to you, I would definitely look into it and make an educated decision about choosing to take an SSRI. Also, you may have noticed that I am drinking. Sorry. The official medical advice is to not drink while you're while you're taking sertraline. But honestly, I need to like loosen up a little bit. I was feeling a little bit tense behind the camera, so I just like had myself a little glass of wine. I'm not your medical provider, so do not say to anyone that, oh, Tiffany on YouTube told me to do this, so I did it, and then I had an aneurysm or something. I'm not your medical doctor, okay? Talk to your physician or your psychiatrist before you decide, that you want to actually drink while you're taking sertraline. But also, like, being able to keep my lifestyle was really important when I made the decision to get medicated. So if that's important to you, then I would definitely talk to your psychiatrist and see if that's, an avenue that you could explore. Keeping like whatever, like if you socially drink and you still want to keep doing that while taking sertraline, just talk to your psychiatrist or your physician or other provider, and they should be able to advise you better than I can. But I did the research and I don't feel like my life is threatened, so glasses up to that. I had to take a little break to check the video because I did see like a couple comments that I wanted to address in the video. Someone asked about my dosage. If my therapist or psychiatrist increased my dosage over time. She did. That's normal. That's mainly because you don't want to introduce a substance in like such high quantities because your body could have an adverse reaction. So if you are going to take sertraline and maybe it doesn't work or something, don't stop abruptly because then you do experience withdrawal when you do that. So yeah. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit more about other forms of treatment for, depression or anxiety. I did try other things. Like I said, this feeling has been something that I've been dealing with for a really long time. I feel like it's been since I was in 4th grade, and before yoga would help, or exercising, or just like, really taking care, like hyper taking care of myself. But to be honest, like that's hard to keep up with. And if it did help sometimes, but the point where I was at a couple months ago where I felt like I had to wake up early and then like chug what is this? It's like I think it's like chug 32 ounces of water and then do yoga and really get my heart rate going and sweat a whole bunch and then shower and then get ready for the day. Like, I did not have time, or nor did I have the want to do that every day. Like, it didn't like feeling like I had to like do all of that. And it's like, yes, there's some times where you can, but like when you don't even have the motivation to do all of those things, then it's like a barrier on top of a barrier, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I felt about it. Like, the thing that was helping me get through life, I didn't have the motivation to do anymore. And so out of fear for my life, I felt like I had to seriously consider other things. And I'm really, really glad that I did, because like I said in my other video, I feel like it gave myself the best shot at being successful and being able to do all the things that I want to do in this life. And so far, I feel like I've actually had that chance. I'm sorry, there's a lot of like background noise because we're right next to like a busy street. But I did also want to talk about my coping mechanisms and how they've changed and how I manage stress and anxiety and difficult situations. I think that taking sertraline when I did was probably like divine intervention of some sort, because otherwise my life would be in increased danger at this moment. My dad passed away at the beginning of this month, and yeah, that's really difficult. And when my great-grandma passed away, who, definitely played like a maternal role in my life, she pretty much raised me, I broke, and it was just really, really hard to do everything. And this time around, I feel like I'm grieving in a little bit more of a natural way. I'm still devastated and really upset because it was COVID. And I feel a lot of guilt and deep sorrow, but it's all manageable. And even in moments where I'm just, feeling so hopeless and sad, I still feel like it's manageable. I still feel like I have work to do here. I feel like I have purpose, which I didn't really have before. I feel like I was just kind of existing. And now I don't feel that way. I feel like I am here for a reason, and it's not like anything grandiose. I just feel like I have purpose, and that's really, really great, coming from a place where I felt like I was just here for no reason, and I really viewed my life as disposable. I viewed myself as disposable, and that was a thought that kind of circulated through my mind fairly regularly. And honestly, I haven't thought that in a really long time. Until this moment, I was like, oh yeah, I used to think that way. And I don't wish that on anyone. So if you feel that way, get help, talk to someone, because you deserve to be here. You're here for a reason. You just have to give yourself the best shot at figuring out what that is. And sometimes things are hard, but you're still here for a reason. And I just wanted to, make it clear that everything isn't cupcakes and rainbows and sunshine. I still am experiencing life in the same way. I just feel like I have more of a natural response to things. And even grieving in this moment, I feel like I'm grieving a little bit more mindfully than I have in the past. And so yeah, I'm sorry if this kind of got depressing really quick. I just spat. God, I'm so gross. But yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't want to make it depressing, but I didn't also want to make it seem like, oh, everything's great and my life got better tenfold, which actually that is true, but it's still difficult at times. And the biggest difference is that I in general feel hopeful and feel confident that I can do things to change my circumstances and to help people around me. And also I feel like by helping myself, I'm able to be there for people in my life a lot better. I still have work to do. I'm still not super great at communicating, but everything is a lot more tangible than it was before, because honestly, where I am now just seemed worlds away a couple months ago. So that's that's that on that. Okay, honestly, I don't have anything else to say. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope that you being here and watching this has made you feel a little bit more confident about getting help, if that's why you clicked on this video. Maybe you're just curious. If so, I don't really think this is super fun, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I do really think that at the very least, if you're curious, just talk to a therapist, you know? I think I said this in my last video, but therapy is literally like taking out your trash. If you put chicken in there on Monday, it's gonna be rancid by Sunday, even if that's the only thing that you put in the trash, you know? Like, you have to take your trash out, and we have to normalize that. And you know, you might be like, oh, well, I talk to my friends about my issues, or I talk to my partner about my issues, and that's great. That's a great place to start, but also recognize that there's some things that are a little bit heavier, or there's some times where the other person isn't necessarily in the best place to receive all the emotions that you need to release. So pay someone to receive those emotions, you know? And they're trained to ask you the right questions to help you decide what you need to do to make your life better. If you guys want, I can do a video on, I guess, like the more therapeutic side of things, like outside of medication, and how that's been beneficial to me, because it really has been. I feel like I'm, you know, tip-top coping mechanism shape versus before, where I would just like crumble if anything happened. But yeah, I really do think that everyone should be in therapy. Healthy people go to therapy. That's that on that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you found this helpful in any way, or if you liked it or didn't like it, or wish that I talked about something a little bit more, let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you don't. Leave a comment with your overall feelings, and follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see more of this type of content. I will definitely be doing a Q&A, and I'll probably try to draw from Instagram for that, just because it's the easiest avenue to do that. Because like the whole community page on YouTube is not really up and running yet. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here.